Greetings, everyone. I am malabulu, and I wanted to come back to PowerWash Simulator. So here we are. I guess it's an FPS, right? It's a fun PowerWash Sim FPS. Yeah, that's good enough. Anyway, as you could probably hear from my voice, I'm not feeling the best, so that's why I picked Power Sim. I wanted to stream. And damn right I'm going to. So just going to play something a bit more casual, just like I did on Sunday. And yeah. I've actually been enjoying PowerWash Sim. I've done like a couple of the free plays of the stages I've already done. I did want to keep career mode basically in the same spot that I had streamed already. So yeah, so I guess these are the two we're up to. Can I buy new stuff actually? Medium duty. It's a lot better. I should probably buy it, but I don't think I can use the equipment with it, right? I have to buy them separately. And I don't think I'll have enough to buy it. I need to make sure not to talk with like a raspy voice. All right. So, do I wanna use it? Do I get it? Get it? There we go. I really like the extension. Oh, there's no long extension. Like the previous one? Oh no, there is. There is. It's $250 though. Do I buy this one? Buy? Why not? All right. Bungalow or detached house? We'll go with the big one first. Cards on the table. We live at the old house of Esther Dieth, the eccentric actress who played the Wicked Witch in that classic movie and vanished mysteriously in the national park. We know all the rumors surrounding the place, but we also know we've picked up an absolute bargain. We don't mind if the furniture moves around a little. That's just the next level of feng shui. But the grubby exterior is really getting to us. And all the other power washers in town are too scared to set foot in our yard. If you could help us out, we'd be eternally grateful. So there's more than just my company doing power washing, and yet I don't know. But let us begin. So let's change to the medium one. So the nozzles are the same. I gotta do the driveway. That's not what I wanted. I should have looked at the tooltips. Oh, look at that weapon. Oh, okay. You might notice this odd, super weird, creepy sign on the outside of the house. It's nothing to worry about. What sign? According to Jenny's research, they're written in Enochian, the ancient language of the angels. Why is there flashing? Oh, it's just reflect light. What does it mean? What sign? This? It looks like Hangman. But it said there's a sign. So like I would assume like, I don't know, maybe I'm playing too much Oblivion lately, but you know, like a little, oh, there's another one here. I have no idea what that is. Ah, another football. Or soccer ball, wherever part of the world you're from. No, don't go into the corner. It's probably impossible to get out at that stage. Oh, it's bound to get stuck somewhere eventually. I wonder if there's any more of the notes. But anyway, I think I got distracted by reading the things. Anyway, so I hope you're all having a good day. I only hope it's better than how I'm feeling a bit at the moment, but oh well. I don't wanna harp on about that sort of stuff. Oh, there's another one there. I was basically hoping because I was considering either Gunfire Reborn or Risk of Rain. I know I've been talking about doing New Vegas a lot recently, but it'd been crashing a lot because like I wanted to play test it a tiny bit, right? Not like, you know, play too long, but like, you know, just half an hour sort of thing, and Sandpoint was crashing constantly, so I need to get on top of that. All right, let's just begin. The soothing sound of cleaning. It's kind of funny that like these games, like it doesn't affect me much because I actually don't mind cleaning, and I can get really into it in the sense of like if I start cleaning something and it leads to cleaning something else, you know, it's just that sort of chain reaction. How far can that clean? That actually cleans pretty far. But I know some people that play this and they absolutely hate cleaning. And yet they play games like this, or like, you know, House Flipper, or you know, one of these types of games. I'm not quite sure like what compels people to have a different sort of feeling about cleaning. I guess because, like, you know, you're sitting down. It's not like you're not standing around, you know, trying to mop the floor or sweep or vacuum, etc. Whatever you're doing. You know, same with House Flipper. You know, you're pressing a button and you're changing paints to changing equipment. You're mopping, you know, chairs and desks to clean them. But it's still cleaning nonetheless. If I did the first bit as high as I did this one, it might have only taken two goes to do the driveway. Like even now, like I think so much of, at least like for the first part of my stream yesterday, I was trying to still min-max my build in Oblivion. I don't know, my brain always just goes towards trying to be efficient. Probably don't need to be that thorough. That's the other thing, in this game, it doesn't matter how thorough you are. Well, like, to a degree, right? Because you only have to finish, like, I don't know what the actual percentage is, but it feels like 97-ish%. And then it auto cleans everything else. wonder how much power washes actually are. Because I would love this to clean my car or something like that. That's anything I'm sort of lazy on. Is cleaning the car, just because, like, I vacuum it all the time, but the outside, I kind of can't be bothered most of the time. I wouldn't say it's dirty. Like, when it gets like super dirty, I'll definitely clean it then. But with my car at least. Yep, there we go. Oh, this hasn't clean either. How much more of it do I need to clean? Ah, yeah, there we go. Same with like I think reading, like, because I know in America it's called a sidewalk, right? This path. And I can't even think what the Australian app's called right now. My brain's just not working. Footpath, that's the word. Guess I haven't used that word in a while. Like, you know, like, even though you should know some words, I don't even need to clean that far. But if you don't use it, you just kind of forget about it. There we go, nice and clean. I don't know what sort of animal this is, or if it's like, I don't know if there's an actual story, if they're just making up random stories. As in, like an actual story throughout the Korea, you know, about the missing cat. Like, I don't know if that's a cat or not, or if it's just, maybe it's just a random animal, or maybe there's some like hidden lore of something terrifying happening in the background. You know, because we only just found out that there's other power wash companies that also do cleaning. And yet they won't do this house. And like, if there's any like sort of stories about the character you play as, like, these weird angel messages seem to be, you know, an odd inclusion. Man, that's satisfying, just like going up and then seeing the how clean it becomes. Also, who would buy a dirty house? I don't even know if that's like legal in Australia. I guess maybe if it's privately sold. But even then, it still might not be. Not here in Oz. Actually, because was it the actress that went missing or something from the Wicked Witch from that certain movie? Now we've got Oz himself coming to clean the house. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, actually. I actually don't mind musicals. And like I've mentioned before, in the past, for anyone listening for new, I've been in musicals back in school. It was a very, very good experience. Should use right click more often. I've actually just been like holding click most of the time while playing this. I wonder if you can do like half a job. You know, like if I could have just did enough of the job to earn the extra 100 I needed to buy the long extension. Running's still dirty. What have I missed? Oh, there. Still a bit more. Oh, unless it's counting this side as well. Oh, no, it's separate. Oh, there we go. Oh, that wasn't it? Unless it's underneath. Still missing a bit. Why's my head so itchy? Come on, let's see. Something else I'm missing. Where is it? Yeah, sneaky little areas. I don't know what the house prices are in America. Like, obviously, like, America's so big, there's heaps of different areas and different prices, but I would say for the most part, Australia's got very expensive housing. Like, especially, like, major cities, at least, because you hear about them a lot. About how expensive it is. Like, no matter where you are. I'm assuming for like smaller towns and stuff, it's pretty good. Because, well, obviously you're not in a major city. And depends how close you are to a major city, I guess. Or if it's a big town, like a city. I thought my car was like this car was moving for a second there. It's just because I was moving like that. And is it me or is that perception? Look at like this house here, right? It's like, ooh, ooh. Actually, that's one thing I didn't do today because I didn't get much sleep. Was to do like my little voice sort of warm up things, and that's one of them. Going ooh, sort of what were they called? Sirens. As like a sort of a warm up sort of thing. I do need to practice sirens a bit more. Just because I can get to a point where I can go I guess high for my range, but coming back down I have a bit of sometimes the voice breaks to be like ooh. Actually that still wasn't a good example. But I think maybe you know what I mean. Like the ooh, that. Need to learn how to control my voice a bit better. And hold notes. I think that's the two things that I really need to practice on the most. It's like a shadow. As I sit on the sofa just now, I heard a strange sound like sigh-like sound. Spoopy. Alright. I can't really hear anything, I guess. I still don't understand how anything like this gets so grimy. Like, obviously it's like just a game, but if there is actual places like this, I'd be interested to look at them. So it's just the tree? It is. Alright. That's not with the movement. It's like you're on ice. Like I run, let go, and then you still slide forward a bit more. I wonder if it's even good to pressure wash like so much stuff. If you know what I mean. I assume for the most part it'd be safe, right? To do like this much of a job. You know, like windows and stuff, fine. Also really makes me think at least about different, you know, like a job career in some sort. Like, is it really, like I would still say this is a lot of hard work. But maybe not hard is the correct word. I would say long. Like, could I do this for a job? I mean, I feel like I probably could. Like, I've cleaned, I don't want to say I've cleaned worse, but I've cleaned, you know, things that I would not like to clean. As, you know, as a job, getting paid to do to do it, I guess. Not quite sure what else to talk about, actually. Ah, I did it all. Is the gutter counts the whole thing, so probably on top as well. Might do the whole front first. I don't need to be staying that far back. Yep. Actually, I think for anyone else that doesn't normally play this, but they like these sorts of games, I think it's a worthy investment. Especially if it goes on sale. And I even... yeah, of course it's dirty up there. And I'm crouched on top of this. Hey, did it. You know, for any gamers that are, you know, similar to me, like I play everything from, you know, hard, like most of the games I play are, you know, hardcore multiplayer styled games. It's good to just take a step back and not get angry at teammates because they're bad every now and again. Especially if you play a lot of support like I do. It's good to just do your own thing for a bit. You know, you can't please everyone all the time. Like, especially with, you know, when I worked in disability, you know, you got to be very selfless. You got to look after someone with needs, you know, a lot different to your own. Oh man, the amount of what's a nice way to put it? Like having worked with, you know, psychologists to doctors to social workers, everything in between, right? And you learn a bit about them, you know, the ones that, you know, really work to help other people. Like, goddamn, do they have some weird and unusual fetishes most of the time? I would say it's just like, you know, don't get me wrong, they're like, you know, super nice people. They obviously, you know, do what they can for others. But it really felt like the more you're into it in that sort of sense, into like helping people and whatever else, the more of an unusual hobby they can get into. Like, I think, at least personally, I've always been a pretty what's a good word? Vanilla sort of character in that sort of sense. I don't know if I wouldn't say generic. I don't think that'd be the correct term. Is it even dirty under those? Is that? Oh no, that's done. I gotta remember there's that. Oh, this trim is not done. It's probably on top. Why can't I? I don't know why I can't put it there. Unless it's kind of like this sort of like a hitbox sort of areas where I can and can't do anything. Still not tall enough. Oh, at least that's done. Okay. Let's get upstairs. Lydia. But yeah, that sort of interested me quite a lot in, you know, I guess a weird way. I'm always interested in sort of, you know, the weird and the fascinating, and sort of makes me think sort of shows like you know, ER, Grey's Anatomy sort of thing, where, I don't know, the show seems to be a lot about, you know, sex and stuff. Seems to be true, I guess, with like how much they want to sort of get into it. Like, for the most part, I treat work as work. I don't overly want to get too connected to the people I'm working with, because, you know, if, you know, when you're manager or, you know, second in charge, whatever it may be, and I've been in positions before where, you know, I've had to release people or, you know, whatever else, that's where too much bias can come in. And I think for most people, it can really cloud judgment on between friendship and work. And, you know, I've been called a stick in the mud, you know, whatever. But in the end, you know, I'm being paid to do, you know, some form of, you know, work where I've, you know, had to be in charge of something. And then having, you know, someone that, you know, maybe they consider you a friend or whatever, that's, you know, you're working next to, and then you have to give them, you know, a warning or a, you know, something along those lines. Most people take it very personally, but I also believe that is stupid as well. Like, a job's a job. You should probably, you know, do it properly. And no matter what it is, right? If you're trying to achieve something, you know, whether it's, you know, a job or study, even streaming, you know, you gotta have some willingness to do it. That's how I approach most things in life. You know, like, even though I said earlier I'm not feeling the greatest, I'm still gonna try my hardest. But at the same time, I would say that a lot of people have asked me if I've come from a household where everyone's a hard worker, and I would definitely say no. I've had to learn a lot of stuff for myself over my lifetime. Yes, unfortunate as, you know, not everyone has the best families. You know, and I'd probably selfishly put myself into that category too. You know, you got to make the best of life. No point sitting about whinging about it. Still got to try hard. I also don't understand why people think it's, you know, either cringy or stupid or, you know, something along those lines, at least, when people want to dedicate themselves to something. I'd say it's definitely, you know, people wanting to become streamers is probably a good example as any right now. People still sort of frown upon it and say you'll never get anywhere or whatever. And I mean, if you try hard enough, who knows? I think you also have to enjoy yourself too. Working yourself to the bone is never a good thing. You need some form of relaxation. You know, no matter what it is, you know, and no matter what, you know, you're into, really. Is this whole side done? I think it is. Oh, so garage, I'm assuming this counts as the garage roof? Alright. Maybe it's just like, you know, the older people that don't understand what's becoming the more sort of non-traditional means to earn money, like streaming, pro gaming, working from home online. I mean, if you find a good business model, or find a good company or whatever else, and it's you want to do, and it's what you want to do, I don't see why not. I think most people are, or maybe I'm discrediting a lot of good people out there, but I feel that at least most people I've ran into have been really negative about, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. From any generation, actually, thinking about it, or like, you know, they'll laugh at you because you want to do this, but luckily enough, I've got some good friends and people that understand. Did you hear that weird rumbling noise? Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted settings. Where's my audio at? Like, I know it looks really low. I've got music all the way up. False alarm, Jenny put the washer on spin. Okay, never mind then. That is a bit too much. You can get doggos barking now. I don't know. If you like this as well, or want it to be a bit louder, a bit quieter, let me know. I mean, I don't mind. Isn't it? But yeah, was it? Oh yeah, so like, obviously I had a few people, you know, sort of have a go at me for wanting to do this, what I'm doing now. But, you know, it's good to take advice, but, you know, at the same time, I want to do what I want to do. I can't tell if that's actually dirty under there or not. And like, even thinking about it previously on, like, you know, no matter how long ago it was, I don't remember, that sort of idea I had of, like, you know, trying to get my gaming somewhere at least. But thinking back on it now, I would say I didn't try hard enough to want to become like a pro gamer or something like that. Like, I feel that I could have taken it somewhere. But at the same time, obviously, if I wasn't as committed then to doing it, there was no point overcommitting to it in the first place, I don't think. If that makes sense. Like, obviously, if I wanted to try really hard to get there, I wouldn't have been half-assed about it in the first place. Whereas with my streaming, you know, I feel like I've really tried. You know, it wasn't just I went out and bought a VTuber model. I had, you know, spare income to do this or that. You know, I actively went out, looked for things, found an artist that I liked the look of. You know, I spent like a lot of time researching. Oh. Look at this ladder. No. There. And for anyone else that's interested, I mean, like personally, I've had zero experience streaming ever before. But if you actually want to try it, you know, take your time, do some research. No one likes to do research these days, but you know, feel of it, I guess. At least from like, you know, friends and family and kids of families or whatever that I've known and helped. Over many years. But of course, it does help when you have the right people next to you. But if you have the right mindset, despite, you know, your background, where you came from, etc., and you truly push yourself, just do it. Who cares? It also depends on what you want to achieve through this. So like for me, I wanted just to do something different. You know, like I said earlier, I've been helping people out for basically all of my life. You know, I've thought about being a teacher, you know, psychologist. I had, you know, weird dreams of being a neurologist throughout high school, sort of thing. Because I was always fascinated with like brain activity and sort of how the mind works, sort of thing. But it's also really hard when you're younger to know what you want in life. You know, like I'm definitely not, you know, old, I would say. I would definitely say I'm not old. But at the same time, I think you always hear the it's too late. You know, it's kind of like the, what's a good example? You might hear anyone that knows pro gaming, because I've been, like, I watch a lot of Pro Dota, as I've mentioned in the past. I've been watching a lot of the ESL Counter-Strike at the moment as well. You might hear a lot of, oh, look, this 16-year-old, this 18-year-old, and all of these old fogies that are like, well, they say old, but they're like 24, 25, 26. And now they're considered too old to be pro gamers. And I think that's been proved more wrong than ever now. With like, so I go for Team Secret in Dota. I don't really watch their PUBG, or I don't watch anything related to, God, the shadows are putting me off, related to League of Legends. Like, I've seen clips and stuff, and I've played in the past, but it's not my thing. I've always been a Dota fanboy. Ever since, like, Warcraft 3, even though, like, I got into Warcraft 3 very late. I don't think I played Warcraft 3 till after like I played World of Warcraft, I would say. I think the only Blizzard game I played before that was probably StarCraft and Diablo. It's still dirty here. Don't tell me it's like underneath or something. I don't know, it was. But so like there's a pro player called Puppy, who I've basically followed since Na'Vi days in Dota. Well, obviously in Dota, I just said Dota. And I think he's like 27 or something now. And then like a lot of even some of the Counter-Strike players that are, you know, quote unquote getting on. And I can't jump. This feels like Skyrim in Oblivion. Can't jump on down angled areas. And he's yeah, what was it? He was like he's like 27 or something now. And still going strong. And I'm not sure how much I believe in the whole, if you're getting on in life, you're not gonna be accepted as much. I mean, to a degree, yes. If you've got the skill, I don't think anything matters if you can do something well. You know, no matter what it is, video game, job, etc. Oh, I can't get under there. Man, I hate chimneys. It's random off topic, but yeah, I don't like chimneys at all. No idea where it came from, actually. My hatred for chimneys. But I think it oh god. Ah, my legs! Actually, that was one of my previous streams. I talked about how I fell off a roof. That was funny. Anyway, I think it started off as like a joke or something. I'm definitely doing this the hard way. There we go. As like, what is my greatest weakness? And I think it was one of those sort of, you know, the school testings for like, for me, it'd be grade 10. There's no like middle school in Australia, as opposed to like, you know, America, Japan, anywhere else that does it. There's only like basically little school, big school, where you have, you know, grades 1 to 6 or 7, depending like which areas you're sort of in. And then for little school, then so I don't know what age bracket that would be, like 6 to 11, something like that, and then 12 to 18 for high school, between grades, you know, 7 or 8 to 12. But I think it was one of the things that we had in grade 10, where you start to get into this, you know, the sort of more serious talk of what you want to do with your life, and the admission of, because I would say most kids don't want to say that, you know, they're scared of this, scared of that, whatever. or they don't truly know what they're scared of. But for some reason, I'll put down my greatest fear as chimneys on that piece of paper. I have no idea why. Because we don't really have chimneys in Australia. I mean, it's so bloody hot. It's not like we need a fireplace or anything. Easy to say, my teacher was quite confused. I wish I could remember like some sort of stupid story I would have thought up back then about why chimneys were my weakness. Actually, I don't know if this has happened anywhere else in the world, right? So I don't know if I'm just making this up or not. I want to disclose that because like I could have just been like some random thing that I'm misinterpreting. But I feel like it was like a animation, like a cartoon, like a kid's cartoon or something. I don't know how old it was, but you know, around Christmas time they'll show off everything from super old to super new to chuck on like free to air TV. So I think I was a kid, so I don't remember how old like the cartoon was from or whatever. But I feel like there was something about how does Santa get into the chimney when Australia doesn't have chimneys, sort of thing. And it was just like, well, you know, like lots of houses have like I think some of the older houses have a little what are they called? They're like on top of some vans and some trucks. You know, it's like a little whirly thing to like get the hot air out. And it's just like Santa just like goes to that and then it magically turns into a chimney, which he jumps down into. Or it opens up into what looks like a chimney-style hole that Santa comes down in. Or he breaks in through your window. Or, you know, it was something weird, but I don't know why. Like, that was, like, the Australian thing about Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Woof, 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 woof. I wish I had the ambience up earlier. You can hear, like, the wind, the random dogs barking. Getting most of the dirt on that chimney's over the opposite side. I feel like it's harder to go top down, or to go down up. I say that as I continue to clean top down. Oh wow, okay, been at this for an hour. I wonder how long it would actually take to clean a house of this size. I don't know if it's quite common in America, it's just like obviously like I keep thinking about like America and these styled houses. Like I can see like every house here is like 2 stories. I don't know, probably a basement. Most houses in Australia, I would say, for like, you know, the normal folk, the blue-collared workers, it's all single-story houses. No basements. I've only ever seen one house ever with a basement, and that's super-duper rare. Rarer than any giant foil Pikachu you might open in a Pokemon booster. But they just don't exist. No one wants them. No one cares about them. How do, Dirt Finder? I've got a real doozy for you. When you can spare a minute for us, when you can spare a minute for us over at the something. Hello, is this the Grime Bandits? I need some help with my poor little play skill. Okay. God, I don't know why that last sentence had so much issues. Oh, another thing. Careful how you go around the volcano. I don't see no volcano. We just went there and enjoyed a smoky sunset, and Jenny saw an UFO pop out the top and disappear before you can say, "Look, a UFO." All right, there's definitely some conspiracy stuff here in this town. I mean, it makes for an interesting town. I feel like there's not many interesting towns. Like small towns, at least. Well, like this seems like an outer suburbs of a major city, right? So like that'd be the city center, and then it like, you know, property slowly leaks further and further away. Especially if there's like, you know, on the opposite side of this is like the ocean. Was I? Oh yeah, the basements. I don't know. I feel like even though Australia's a very new country, they are very old-fashioned. Like the idea of, you know, having good internet, for example, was only conceived like, you know, 10, 12... when did Kevin Rudd become Prime Minister? 2007, I think. And he wanted, like, you know, super duper good internet for everyone, as far as I know. Which we never got until, I would say, somewhat recently, but even then it's pretty average. I mean, like, I'm not running the best internet I can, but at the same time, I'm running, you know, a very decent... What did I jump? You know, decent internet that's affordable. Because I feel like it gets to the point where, like, you know, I'm paying what I'm paying for the speeds I've got, and then suddenly it jumps up to like $5 million for the next lot up. And even then they didn't really implement the cabling and wiring and all that properly. Oh, that's nice. Is there anything else I can clean while I'm up here? Doesn't overly look like it. Like, there's this part of the roof. Why not? That way I don't have to climb the ladder again. And I feel because of the way the internet has been implemented. Like, I don't really want to get too much into politics side of things. Actually, randomly, I thought about being a politician at one stage. That would have been pretty funny. Of course, like, I had no connections, no nothing. So I feel like it would have been pretty hard to get into. But from what I know, and I don't think I'm wrong about this, was basically when they try to add in what we call the NBN, National Broadband Network. Instead of, replacing all of the old copper wiring and all that, right? And then modernizing it all. What they did was they basically infused the copper wiring with, with whatever else they added in. So instead of having, nice, crisp internet, what they did was they just made like a half breed of some monstrosity where it's neither stable nor fast at that stage. Like a half-assed job of trying to combine old and new together that clearly don't mix. And that's kind of most of the internet that at least the cities have. God only knows what the internet's like in like more regional places, if they even have internet at all. Like, I know there's some, I've heard, because I got like a few American mates. Like, I haven't spoken to them in a little while, but they used to say about how some places just don't have internet at all, where they clearly should. That was quite a while ago, so whether or not that's still true or not, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I guess falling back on my point before about like wanting to be a streamer or pro gamer, something to do with the internet, right? Something unconventional. Well, it's becoming more conventional now, I guess, but like I don't think, even if I could have tried to do something like this, even maybe even like 5 or 6 years ago, even if I could have, might have been too much. Like, just the internet wouldn't have been able to handle it at the time. Whatever else. I mean, it's very, very piss poor. Some of the things they try to do. And even like I think the couple of times I've moved house as well, there'd be no internet connection, like at all. There's only been like a phone line sort of thing. And these were like, I don't want to say like modern houses, but, they're relatively, new. Oh, that's part of the porch underneath. That's why it's not like really doing anything. And yeah, I had to, like, you know, call up the internet company to have some bozo come over and try to connect the internet to a house that's like, you know, probably 10, 20 years old. It's like, Jesus. Like, how? Alright, the fence isn't dirty. Get rid of these alien markings. No, what were they? Angel markings. I'll actually have to change nozzle to get that bit. I just feel like I could just use this nozzle for, like, everything. It just feels like, yeah, it's just the best one to use. Oh, nice, I don't even have to get that top bit. I need to drink. Actually, I'm drinking an American drink at the moment. Well, it's like an import. Very nice. It's like, because sugar is more popular in Australia, so we don't use corn syrup for anything, but there's corn syrup in this drink. How high does that reach? Not high enough. And I really like these drinks that have the corn syrup in them. There's a lot of people that don't actually know that, like, this version of the drink I'm having is like the American import. Yeah, my phone won't stop buzzing. It's kind of annoying. Message, spam detected, blocking message. Done it like 4 times during the stream. Stupid spam callers. So yeah, we don't use corn syrup in Australia really. What's that one? No, it doesn't even reach that. Can I put the ladder against this? Hey-oh! Alright. Back to 15. And so much nicer. Where's that part still dirty? Is it all the way around? What's it called again? Fascia? Can assume it's not. Okay, so it is all the way around. Alright. If I did, I'll press E. I do prefer E to F. F should be for paying respects. And picking, not picking up, not interacting with things. I think F became like a bit of a a thing for interaction when a lot of games introduced like leaning into video games. That I don't know if I actually like the lean mechanic or not. Like especially in third-person shooters, I feel like you're already given like a decent advantage already for a third-person shooter. I mean, you can already see around corners, you can already see so much. You don't need to have an even more of an advantage. Than that. Like an FPS, I still don't overly like it too much. I think I should do a drawing. Can I draw? Alright, what to draw? What's in my room that I can draw? I'll draw that. Why not? Where should I start? Eyes around as well. It's Pikachu! Alright. Oh, it's annoying drawing with the mouse. Use hydro pump. Pikachu fainted. No, when I saw it, I just saw like a canvas. I do wish I could draw. Is that even? No, it's not. Like that bit there, that looks like it should be dirty, right? But it's not. It's like a weird shadow. Man, I was rambling for quite a while, wasn't I? What else can I ramble on about? Probably just move on to Pokemon since I drew Pikachu. I don't know if I would want to finish my Sword and Shield playthrough. I actually do like Sword and Shield, so that's not the issue. Despite heaps of people not liking Sword and Shield. I don't know. if I'll do it or not. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I've looked into the creepy symbols you found on the side of the house you're working on. ... Turns out they're just builder's diagrams telling the plumber where to put the gap for the overfill pipe. What's the overfill pipe? I can have a guess. It's some sort of I wanted to say failsafe, but that's probably not the correct word. If something goes wrong, plumbing wise, it'll save it. Unrailing, you're almost done. Ah, this side. There we go. I guess if anyone's interested in watching Sword and Shield, like I might do it. Otherwise, I think it's something I might not continue. It's kind of like Hollow Knight. I really want to finish Hollow Knight. At the same time, I just, like, I don't think it's that I don't want to finish it. It's that I think I just gone into different things lately. And Hollow Knight is like this too, I guess. It's like, because I don't think it's because I haven't played it before, which was what I was going to lead into. I think it's the first game I've played since started streaming that I haven't played prior to streaming before. I don't think that's a factor, but at the same time, I do feel that, like, when I play Oblivion, for example, I can definitely ramble on about Oblivion facts just because I've played thousands of hours of it. I wonder how much Oblivion time I've actually played. It'd be a bit hard to guess, I think. I think originally a friend gave me his copy on PC because his computer couldn't run it. That was my first experience with it. I think he got it from his older brother or something. I can't remember. And his brother didn't like it or something like that. I don't know when Oblivion even came out. It's probably around 2006, 7, I would guess. And I think for the most part it was probably my first fantasy open world game. Because I had played probably GTA 3 first. I would possibly consider that my first open world game. Oh, there's another symbol there. There's some weird symbols though, right, for the plumber? Like, I feel like they'd be more into it, and the story's just going, nah, don't look into it. And then it's just like people that do theories and stuff be the ones to look into it. Because this is like the perfect game, right? To put hidden meanings, lore, horror into. Oh, let's check. Maybe I'll look it up later. See if there's anything cool, creepy connected to this game. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I'll I do this crouch again. I can. Doesn't help anyway. I can't stand up. Man, this looks like a bit out of a horror movie, this door. Or a horror game, like an indie, almost pixel-like horror game. It's like, nope, can't enter the door. Oh, I'm surprised, actually, no, I'm not surprised. I've seen it before with, like, the... I was gonna say weapon. It's not exactly a weapon. But it folds in to show that you can't shoot it. Actually, there's another cleaning game, isn't there? Like a fantasy cleaning sim. Is it like Viscera something? Where you play as like some sort of janitor and you're cleaning up was it monster bits on the ground and stuff like that? I think that's multiplayer as well. But none of my friends play this sort of game. Usually we're very much into, well, I guess I'd probably well, yeah, no, okay. I would consider myself to be the most sort of FPS type of player out of my group of friends. I got a couple of friends that are really into StarCraft. One of them plays both Brood War and StarCraft 2. Mostly, I think because the two of them do twos a lot. The one that plays Brood War plays a lot of StarCraft 2 just because, you know, the other friend wants to play. Oh, I've still got this side of the house to do. I don't mind Brood War. StarCraft 2, I guess it's alright. Oh, it's another symbol. Man, that really looks like hieroglyphics or something, eh? Like I try to join them for threes, or we'll do like a round robin of 1v1s sort of thing. I'm definitely the worst at it, but I've also played the least out of it. RTS wise, I've always been a big fan of Age of Empires 2. But mostly I play against bots with like another different friend that used to play StarCraft as well, I guess, but we just both stopped playing at some stage. Actually, anyone that likes Age of Empires, you should check out the pro Age of Empires stuff. I've always been a big fan of the Viper for a while. It's always interesting. And Mistio is very, very good as well. He's a Chinese player. Where is the Viper from? Is it Denmark? I think. Oh, that's right. That's what I was going to lead into talking about pro games before, was the reason you don't see many pro Australian players. Like, there's an exception of like Arna from when he played for OG when they won the international twice. That there's no like a full Australian team. I mean, Counter-Strike got really close at one stage with Renegades. That's the one. But they never quite got anywhere. To the point where the Renegades and even like other like tier 2 or tier 3 type of teams that are Australian, that are like tier 1 in Australia, and they just win everything no matter what esports it is. They move the whole team over to Europe or to America. So Renegades moved their whole lineup to America, as far as I know. And they could just do a lot more. And when I don't exactly know what happened, but I know the team, I wouldn't say disbanded. Like, I think Renegades are still around, still counted as an Australian organization, but they like, they're in America. They're American based. Some of the pro Australians that were part of that team that were, really, really good, went and got picked up by other teams afterwards. Because there's just nothing in Australia. There's no Australian tournaments because the country doesn't care about, esports, really. Most of it's community driven. In fact, I would go as far to say almost all of any esports is community driven. Almost like the beginnings of like, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Their early beginnings. Alright, I missed a post and window trims times 12. Post. Okay. Time to play hide and seek, I guess. Here we go. Oh, there's still 11? Whatever. This post. There we go. Alright, so a whole bunch of trims. Oh, it's done. This one is not done. Eight. I should have double checked carefully. Yeah, I would say for the most part, Australian esports is pretty close to non-existent. And anyone that wants to make it big in Australia, you have to move to whichever country's doing well in that sort of thing. It's like the I forget that dude's name, but he was a pro StarCraft dude, and he was like clearly the best, like all around the world except for Korea, because you know Korea and StarCraft are in their own league. Actually, a little fun fact: we have to verse the Koreans in ranked. Since we're stuck on, we're part of their servers, so we're part of the like Asian servers. So at least that's a way to learn how to get good, StarCraft-wise anyway. Where is this last trim? That's where I've done like a lap around the house. Like I don't know where else I could be missing. Oh, don't tell me it's like, hey, there we go. There's a ladder. It goes over here. I wonder how far around the house I can move. There was a game I bought a while ago because I thought it was hilarious and I streamed it to my friends. It's just an invisible wall here. You can see where the wall is. This game, and like sort of these buildings sort of remind me of it, you know, because it's some funny indie game called Cuck Simulator. Yes, you heard correctly. Oh, absolutely hilarious. It's it definitely plays on the Alright, the house looks amazing, almost normal. You know what is strange though? As you were finishing, there was this screech from the attic, so I opened. I'll finish reading that in a second. You don't even see the rest because it's behind the house. Alright. There's a screech from the attic, so I opened the latch and something whooshed past my face, followed by a grubby grey feather floating mysteriously down. I think it was Esther's soul leaving, finally at peace. It's probably a pigeon or something. Screaming pigeons. But man, $600, like almost $700 for that. I don't know if that's cheap or not. God, I completely forgot what I was talking about earlier. It was like the pro esports moving house, moving to like another country. StarCraft servers. I don't know. It's lost. Lost for all eternity, those thoughts. Clean the shoe house. That looks like a little, yeah, it's a little playground, right? It was like a skate park. What's been fighting here? Splatoon? Actually, I really like the idea of Splatoon, but I hate playing shooters with a controller. I can't. Can't do it, Captain. How much is the heavy duty? $2,000. Alright, let's get this long boy. Oh, I can't even buy these ones because I don't own it. Because it's such a weird order, right? It's like the short extension, and then suddenly it's for the $900 or the $2,000 extensions, and then oh look, the soap nuzzlers over this side. See, and this one's next to the other turbo nozzle. Don't get it. What is heavier? A kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? It's steel, because steel is heavier than feathers. God, that guy's great. His comedy's always good. I don't really want to buy any aesthetic sort of stuff. I'd rather buy all the good stuff first. Alright, $450 dues for this house. It looks like it's only, unless there's more around it. I'll do $900 though for the skate park. I might do the house, the shoe house. Thank you so much for helping out. Ain't you a sugar? As nice as it is having our play school in the forest, is it? That sounds like a Hansel and Gretel moment to me. And the poor thing's now so mucky it's starting to rub off on the children. In the old days, we'd fill a few buckets and the children would do it themselves, top to bottom. So much fun, and most of them came to no harm. Oh no, child labor. Nowadays, they're not even allowed on the roof. Never mind down the guttering. Just push them down the gutter. What are they? What are the children they used to shove up the chimneys, like chimney sweeps? There was like a specific word for it, right? God, there's a hair in my eye. Can you like get out from there, please? Yeah. Anyway. Never mind down the guttering before the parents get all angsty. If you could please come and give it a good wash down, that would be just wonderful. Radio. Starter. Okay. For a second I thought that was my something in my room buzzing. But no, it was just the Oh. Oh. That sounds more like a pigeon. Hey, there's a gnome there. I see you. I see you there. Can I shoot you? Let's go. Where's the long extension? What'd be the shortest spot? About here. Can't reach. I want to zoom in. I right-clicked endoscope and I'm like, oh yeah, no. There's no scope attachment to this gun. Anything else hidden? Like I saw the little red hat poking out. Was made me look towards it. Assuming I can't leave. No. It ruined the sand pit. Oh, the buckets have physics. What does that say? Oh, I can't read. Zoom, enhance. I always found that, I don't know, a bit stupid in old movies and stuff. They're like, we had the technology to zoom and enhance. Oh, there's another gnome. There. Oh, that looks like a missing poster. Is it me, or does that look like a missing poster? Hmm. That's supposed. The sun looks very small. Hey, the clouds are moving though, and slightly forming. It's a really bright pixel on my screen. What is that? Maybe there's a bit of water on my screen. There it is. I lined it up with the van. It's on the side of the van. Okay, yeah, it was just a bit of something. Oh, they have physics too. So is that? Whoop. Man, they should do a Halloween thing where it's just like gnomes everywhere, and then like something happens when you knock over all the gnomes. All right, devs, if you're watching, you know what to add in for Halloween. Do like a Hansel and Gretel. So what's the shoe story? It's like there was an old lady that lived in a shoe. Something. I don't know anything about old nursery rhymes at all. Can you hear that too? It's children singing inside the shoe. That's cool. Somewhat creepy. It's always creepier when it's kids, right? Because I think most people consider kids to be, you know, young, innocent, etc. So it's that spooky factor of children that can harm you seems very scary. That's at least what I think of, where like that sort of horror element comes from. No, singing has finished for now. That would be cool, right? To have like a Hansel and Gretel. Well, because like this gave me the idea of Hansel and Gretel. And yeah, just to PowerWash Simulator, you know, just make it nighttime with a bunch of lights around. Maybe make an inside and an outside. If, you know, that's quite a lot of effort though, but you know, everyone always wants something that's always a bit too much, I think, when they ask for stuff to be in games. It's never usually a reasonable compromise. Yeah. Well, that's nice. It's cut into, I guess, sections of the thing. Maybe I wish it was a bit more specific. Does this count as... So these are all count as boot walls. It should be like boot wall 1, 2, 3, etc. So at least then you could try to like figure it out from there. So like, you know, the wall trimmings one I had like last map. Like I don't know about other people, but I feel like I have a pretty keen eye. Probably why I usually like end up becoming the sniper. Or like the scout for like my friends whenever we play games. Maybe not scout, but more like, you know, a marksman of sorts. In FPS. But I feel like a lot of people might get stuck in that sort of position. Like I definitely wasn't quite sure what house trimmings was, because like I don't look at the top left to see like this is called window frame, window, whatever. I just assume that's like, you know, what they're called. It's a bit laggy, that sound. Yeah, that's really delayed. Even on my end, it's not just the stream. You got a stinky butt. Thank you, Martha Hubbard. Good to know. Nothing worse than like using a public toilet, right? And it just stinks. Hydration break. Yeah, it's gone on all warm. Usually, like, because I chucked in a stubby cooler. It's not alcoholic, but I usually have a stubby cooler next to me, just so when I have soft drinks and stuff, they stay cooler for longer, especially like, you know, when I'm streaming and stuff. Because I'm not taking too many breaks to drink. Just when my voice gets a bit... when my throat feels like it's getting a bit dry and stuff. I feel like my voice is a bit off today. It was like I don't know, when I try to go to bed, like 1:30 or something. Maybe even before then, maybe 12:30 even. And for whatever reason, I couldn't sleep. I like looked at the clock. It was 2 a.m. and I still wasn't tired, I guess. Like, you know, that feeling of like, you know, you want to sleep, but you just, your body maybe not your body, like your mind just feels like it's just staying active for some reason. And so I went for, I decided to go for a drive. Like I just chucked on some clothes and went for a drive. And I don't know, when I ended up getting back, I went for actually a reasonable drive. There was like barely anyone on the road. It was quite, well, like obviously it was early morning. I won a yogurt tube. It actually felt like quite nice because, like, I was, you know, Johnny bit me. Okay. Okay, Martha. Why is Martha texting? Is this supposed to be a child? Why are they... Unless it's, like, a teacher. I ate his yogurt. Yeah, so I went for a drive. I think I ended up driving for, like, an hour or something, which is probably not the greatest of ideas, but at the same time, I enjoy, like, a casual drive, despite petrol prices being absurd at the moment. And yeah, there was like just no one on the road driving through, like, I don't know if I'm like a bushy, foresty type of area. No one's around. It's like pitch black outside other than the car lights. That was nice, actually. Maybe this bit's not clean. Why did this bird wall's not clean? There's like nothing there. Come on. But yeah, anyway, so like, yeah, just like I wasn't tired enough that driving was a bad idea either. Like I will never drive tired again. I've driven tired once, it was a pretty bad idea. Like nothing, you know, obviously happened or whatever, but like the risks involved driving tired are very bad. Okay, there we go. And it was a nice drive, you know, because, you know, why not? I did my sort of breathing exercises for singing. I may as well just get the ladder on this stage. And all that, but like towards the end, probably because, you know, I was like starting to get tired or whatever. My throat started to go a bit all wonky, so that's probably why, like, when I woke up this morning, it was a bit like an Argonian that I was trying to voice over yesterday. Start hitting that spot. Unless that's just shadow. Oh, it's grimy there. How am I supposed to hit that bit? Is this going to get into the obscure territory of where I need to clean? keep wanting to press tab to get out of the menus. As soon as I mentioned Oblivion, I noticed I started doing it. Bugger off. Am I supposed to clear that? Is that gonna clean it all? Put the long extension back on. It does feel like the closer you are, the more it gets off, so just having the extension to increase that reach just makes it all easier. Or a Smith, Doc, we found a mucky old thing in our garage. Let us know when you're free to come over and give it a wash. Didn't know power washer people. I don't need to know that, please. That power wash people were so flexible in what they clean and don't clean. That was very quick, Martha. Man, sometimes like I let go of like holding left click, and it still kept shooting. But then when I right click, it was still shooting for some reason. It's probably just a bug or something. Is that shoelace? No. It's probably this side. Nice and clean. This section, at least. Oh my. That hair's still there. I sure would bugger off. Why does it feel like a fisheye lens? Every time like I look around and stuff, it's just like... It is a fisheye lens. This sort of view. I wonder if it's on purpose for the fact that you're in like a suit thing, right? Actually, it'd be better if I... Yeah, because of your mask thing, right? it'll be a bit warped. What was that sound? Sounded very close. Chimney? Oh. Some reason like thinking about this lens is just like, hey, I'm Malabulu and welcome to Jackass, and it's like I just try to jump into the sandpit or something stupid. You know, with like a terrible handheld camera that I don't care that breaks because, you know, I'm rich and I'm making a Jackass movie. Come on, roof. How's the roof not clean? Must be over this side. For the most part, I'm going to say that's clean. I can't jump when I have the ladder in hand. I'm so sorry about that. Charlie found my phone. Okay. Okay, Charlie. How does Charlie know how to text? I wonder how old. Or it could be she. I know a female Charlie. Well, I used to know, I should say. Haven't spoken to her in quite a long time, actually. How am I supposed to... That spot just seems really finicky. This one here. Because I couldn't even get it from here. That's in the way. It's stuck on the shoelace. There must be some way to get to it, right? Do I have to stand on this? Can I get on it? Come on. Parkour. I don't think I can reach that spot. So finicky trying to get up and down equipment on this. Hey. At least I managed to find a spot. Does this even have a minimum range? It does. All right. What am I even standing on at this point? And I've clipped over to the side. And I don't think I have anything else interesting to talk about. Trying to think of subjects. I mean, or I could just stay quiet. Have the beautiful sound of the power wash in the background. Hello. Our forest home puts the grot into grotto. Aha! Could you come and give it a spring clean? You are a wonder. The play school looks beautiful. The children are so calm now. I can hear the birds of the forest again. The wind. Nice how it doesn't show the back section. Not really. Can still hear the random sounds. Is it the wind rustling through the leaves? Even my own heartbeat. I hope that's normal. Jesus. This kindy teacher needs to see someone, I think. Do I have a Okay, I was gonna see the 5-star ratings on all of them. I think it's because they're 100%. Well, clean the vintage car. Wait, is this the one where they said I found this in the garage or something? We're settled into Esther's house now, and it's so much fun. Every day brings a fresh dose of the paranormal. This morning, Jenny found a blob of syrup on her pancake that looked just like Thirsty Roger from Sister Sister. Is that, No, I was thinking of Mr. but like the was it like an 80s band or whatever? Because I played a lot of Vice City, that's the only reason I would probably know why some of those things. Vice City was like my favorite GTA, but I've never played GTA 5. I don't have it. Oh well. We've set up an Esther vlog and people are loving her. Anyway, we found this old car under some tarpaulin in the back of the garage. And one wondered if you thought it was worth running your jet over. Run the jet through with the high pressure. I wonder what old car windows were made out of, if it was just glass or, you know, because like modern cars have this like sort of Jenny's going to live stream the car restoration for the vlog. Don't worry, you won't even know she's there. Did I agree to this? I don't think I did. Jenny. Yeah, anyway, it's like this, yeah, modern cars have this sort of mostly plastic glass hybrid. Would you call it an alloy? I'm not sure if it counts as an alloy. I'm beginning to suspect that this might not be a worthless heap. Oh, I watched a bit of it. Wash. Damn. I didn't see it. Is there anything else here? Unless it just said wash me. Is there anything in the... I really wanted to press E on the on the little trunk it has on the back. Doesn't seem like anything else. It's very funny to have the spare tire there, actually. And there, to have 2 spare tires. I actually had to get a punctured repair done on a tire recently. Oh Jesus! Okay, that's really dirty. All right. Do a quick over then, I guess. Then we'll have to switch it over to the 0-point nozzle. I'm scrolling through the Esther archives online. Yeah, and no photos of her with a car anywhere. Okay. I don't know why I'm standing so far back for while doing this one. Is this the filth amendment? Oh no, I wanted to read that. Turns out this comes as his last film, Drive Me Nuts. Oh, I wanted to read the filth amendment message. In it, she plays a school teacher whose car has a talking steering wheel. Okay. But it's a poor conversationalist with a negative mindset. You know, from this angle, I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's like they play it. I don't know if it's still on TV now, but I used to see it on TV every so often. It was an old English show, I think, called Brum, like a kids show. It was this like little, I don't know what you call it. I keep wanting to say autonomous, but I don't think that's the correct word. Sentient. This little sentient car that was created by like some toy maker, and then when the toy maker was away, he would drive like away and go explore and whatever the town. The film's shocking finale meant it was a flop. Messages? So sad. It looks like she got to keep the car though. I wonder if this is all based off the actual lady that played the witch from... It's not what I wanted to change. Actually, should I buy the... I should buy the... What is it? Turbo nozzle. That's the one. Why not? I do have a soapy attachment too. The nozzle was very wide. 65 degrees. Is that even doing anything? I don't think so. No. Alright. Man, that's a lot better than just using the straight flat one, I think. Actually, a friend and I was talking about like random cartoons that are on TV. At least here, like, I'm assuming that, yeah, be all over like probably English, American sort of, you know, whether or not it's like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon or whatever. And they've all got this sort of weird... Well, Adventure Time was so popular, I'm assuming like they've just all copied Adventure Time to some degree. Like, you know, with a few exceptions that are like actually good. Like, I think what's that show called? The Amazing World of Gumball was pretty good. What's the one, like, because I haven't really watched them. I think Gumball's the only one I've sort of actively watched when I, you know, had to do babysitting or whatever. There's that one where I think they're twins, this boy and this girl, and it's like at a sort of this national park type of area, and there's like hidden things in the main opening that changes every episode, something like that. And the only reason I know about that one is because of film theory and stuff, but like that one seems interesting. Like I can see it, I can remember what they look like, but I can't remember the name of the show at all. But like most, like I don't mind whatever that show Mordecai and Rigby's from. Was it random? No. Regular show. But at most other shows try to put on this whole, look, we're so random. Isn't that funny? And they all look like Adventure Time. Like the graphics, basically. And it's all the same stuff. Like, well, it's back in the old days, so like Flintstones, Jetsons. Like, I guess like they're all made by like, you know, similar companies, right? What were they called? Hanna-Barbera. But like they're all different. Now it seems to be almost all the same. It's all random, the characters have to be wacky and funny. They try to like force in some sort of metaphor for something. And usually it's not like an overly great metaphor. Anyway. Well, I don't believe it is. Like sure, like the metaphor is fine, but they sort of force it in a weird and wacky way. Is what I mean by they force it in. You know, not like a Goodwill Hunting sort of, you know, it's like they ease you into it because the whole story's around it sort of way. I feel like using such a high pressure hose like this would like absolutely demolish this car. I don't know where I was leaning with the cartoons, it was just some random thought I had. I don't know, but I don't feel like it's overly enjoyable. But then again, like, you know, if kids like it, whatever, you know, whatever they want to like. But at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of shows like How I Met Your Mother. which surprises a lot of people considering I like Seinfeld, for example. I don't know if these count as the same mud guards. Come on, what am I missing? Is it on top maybe? Ah, it is. There we go. Okay, it was the same. What is missing? Oh, don't tell me it's this little one too. Yep. Wing mirror. Having 4 mirrors on an old car. I didn't know they had 4 mirrors. I thought it would have come up by now what I'm missing. Bumper, it's not done. What else? Hey, what was that? I saw something. Headlight. Come on, what am I missing? Horn. Ah, finally. Bumper. Canopy hinges too. There we go. Door handles. I think that one's done. So it's gotta be these 2. That was a lot different. It actually forced me to change, like the nozzle head, which was nice. Instead of just using the same one over and over. Phenomenal job on the car, Doc. I've tracked it down. 1922 Chatsworth Roadster, one of only 10 ever made. S30th may have been odder than the number 37. Okay. But she travelled in style. The Washdown live stream went viral, so we're hoping our new driving Miss Pebbles series will add another 100k subscribers to our channel. Honestly, I wish I had 100,000k subscribers. No, it actually doesn't overly bother me. Like, obviously, like I was saying yesterday as well, it's just like, if I'm popular. If I'm not, I'm not. I'm having fun no matter what. Whether I'm got 0 people watching, 20 people watching, 1,000 people watching, I'm not going to change. I'm going to still be doing the same stuff. It's crazy how a channel can explode like that, though. Like, on my YouTube channel, for example, I have, I'm not gonna bring it up on stream, but there's a video I made ages ago. And I had other videos on my channel, but I removed them all when I started streaming. 7 years ago, apparently. It's only a minute long. And people are still commenting on the video. Like, and it's not much of a video. I actually don't mind watching it every now and again. That's the whole reason I made it. Like, I made it for fun, uploaded it. And it didn't, like, explode, but most of my views, because I think most people watch my streams or my VODs on Twitch, on YouTube. It still gets like heaps of views per week, per month. Like, sometimes I don't get it. Like, I've read all the statistics on like how people find it, why people find it. Like, I never edited anything for it. It's just like, I just made the video, uploaded it. So I haven't like really put any tags or whatever on it. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing back then. It was just like, haha, I find this funny, I'll put it up on YouTube sort of thing. That's got like 50k or something like that. I already closed my channel, so I can't see it anymore. Anyway, if you do like my stuff, yeah, head over to YouTube and check me out some of the selfless plug. Not selfless, selfish plug there. But yeah, God, it's really hot. Oh, we got two new things: clean the fire station and clean the forest cottage. Those will be for another time. Oh, that's a lot of money. I got some decent money now, actually, but I can't afford anything. What's this one? 2 grand, 5 grand? Yeah. Eventually, I'll make my way up there. This is where for me, it turns from casual to I'm going to try really hard to make sure to get everything done 100% because I want to get this in the end. You know, it's like, it's always nice to have a goal and something in a game. That's why I can't play Minecraft for too long, is because like I'll think of something to build and then I'm done and then I'm like, well, okay, like I'm done now. Or I might have like a friend say, oh, can you help me with this? And then, you know, I'll go do it. But if I'm left to my own devices, I get bored pretty quickly. So I guess in another $1,400 dues, I can upgrade and get all the other attachments. So 18, 38, 380, 35, 630. Oh no, that's not even part of it. 380, 680, and then 1280 if I wanted to get it all. So 14 and 12, so another 2600 ish. I can get all that done. So if that is the case, these two would be able to buy all the equipment. But I might leave it there for now. Like I do apologize that, like, you know, I do want to get to New Vegas at some stage. I do need to fix it. At the same time, I also didn't feel like doing too much. I'm probably gonna go have a nap or something now. Knowing me, I'll probably wake up in a few hours' time and come back, do free play, do more. Surprisingly, the detached house, even though, like, I think the playground's cool, but there's just like a lot of different spots, whereas the detached house, it feels like you can just, you know, go wall to, you know, around the side, the roof, and then feels a bit more structured, whereas the playground was like this playground bit, the slide, the monkey bars, the floor. It was quite, like, I didn't find, like, I found it all right, but I got a bit annoyed at it towards the end, honestly. But I actually do like this clean the back garden one. For some reason, I just really like doing this one. Until, like, I like doing the path and then the patio, and then as soon as I get to this chair in the shed, I'm just like, I feel like I'm done at that stage. Because, like, it puts you straight in, right? So it's like, clean the van, and then there's just, like, you know, giant backyard. It's not even that big, actually. It's quite a small backyard, but... anyway, I guess thank you to everyone that came in and enjoyed my rambling. I know there was a bunch of people that came in and probably listened for a tiny bit, probably thought I was some crazy VTuber rambling on about random stuff, Australian stuff. Man, I moved from like esports to Australian life to Australian internet to personal stuff to not talking, just listening to the background sounds and the washing to... What did I do last just then? The car. Pretty sure I don't want to do this car ever again. Anyway, like I said before as well, come check me out on YouTube. I should really stop talking about that video. I'm going to finish at some stage. Like, I feel like I need to be a bit more enthusiastic to finish off the video, so I need to, when I feel a bit better, I will finish that off. Even though, like, I wanted to finish that project a week. Honestly, I wanted to finish it 2 weeks ago, but, you know, stuff happens, I guess. And yeah, so I will get the luck out of here. I'm gonna go have a nap. And I will probably be doing Oblivion tomorrow. Mage's Guild, Dark Brotherhood. Probably the Mage's Guild. Dark Brotherhood. Actually, I'll make it the Dark Brotherhood. It's been a long time since I've, like, actually finished it. So I might do that first. So I'm gonna start from, like, the sewers of making a new character, and then I will go on from there, use this character like I did with the previous playthrough of the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild, and use the same character to do these two new, well, not the same character as the Fighters Guild, Thieves Guild one, but a brand new character, and I'll use that one to do the last two guilds. And then I'll move on from Oblivion for a tiny bit again. So thank you once again, and I will see yous tomorrow. Bye.